Good morning, children, and good morning to all of you, those who are watching this channel. I am a Kaushalesh Tiwari, physics teacher, and today we discuss about the topic electrostatic force and gravitational force. And I think everyone knows about this electrostatic force and gravitational force, but you don't know what is the use of this topic in your future in competition. You don't know. Today we discuss about the relation between the electrostatic force and the gravitational force. Let us see after few seconds. प्रिय मित्रों, इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखिए, लाइक करिए और अपने सभी मित्रों को शेयर करिए। इस चैनल को, गुरु शिष्य टॉक चैनल को लाइक करें और सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू। एंड नाउ वी हैव टू continue my topic, this one, electrostatic force and gravitational force. I don't discuss about the electrostatic force, the basic concept, but you listen to me. What is the electrostatic force? Electrostatics means we have to discuss about the charge in stationary, that means charge in rest position. And everyone knows the current electricity, the charge in motion. But in this topic, we have to discuss about the electrostatic force. What is the relation with the gravitational force? We have to consider the two charges Q1 and Q2. Both are the stationary and point charge. And the distance between the two charges we have to consider are. And everyone knows about this relation about the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. The force which is acting between the two charges is directly proportional to the product of their charges in magnitude, and force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two charges, and force is also inversely proportional to the dielectric constant of the medium. Dielectric constant of the medium. After three applications here they given, the F is directly proportional to Q1, Q2. We have to include all the three conditions, then F is directly proportional to Q1, Q2 by R square. And F equal to, we have to use here 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q1, Q2 by R square. It is the formula, the electrostatic force F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q1, Q2 by R square. And what is K? K is the dielectric constant of the medium. And what is the dielectric constant? You think about any substance around us, it is a dielectric substance, and dielectric substances are those substances which is reduce the electrostatic force between the two charges. The value of K everyone knows, 1 for air or vacuum, and K equal to infinite for all metals, and K is always greater than for all dielectric substances. All dielectric substances. That means the K is 1 for the air or vacuum. It is the formula of the electrostatic force, everyone knows. And now we discuss about the gravitational force, general idea of the gravitational force. If it is the charges, in the place of charges we have to consider there the two masses m1 and m2, and the distance between the two masses is given m1 and m2, it is r. So according to the Newton's law of gravitation, everyone knows F is directly proportional to m1 into m2, and F is inversely proportional to R square. And now see, what is the relation between the electrostatic force and gravitational force? You see the second constant, F is inversely proportional to R square, and here F is inversely proportional to R square. That is clear. The Coulomb's law and gravitational law, Newton's law of gravitation, both are follow the inverse square law. Both are follow the inverse square law, that is F is inversely proportional to R square. But what is the difference between the electrostatic force and the gravitational force? It is the difference, you see, The electrostatic force is depend on the medium which is involved between the two charges. But the gravitational force is independent of the medium which is present between the two massive particles. It is the difference, big difference between the electrostatic force and the gravitational force. And one thing, everyone listen, electrostatic force is the strongest force in comparison to the gravitational force. We have to compare the electrostatic force and the gravitational force by the mathematical calculation. Okay, so F equal to, how can I write the formula? Everyone knows F equal to G m1 m2 by r square. What is G? G, the universal gravitational constant. That means the capital G remain constant in the whole universe. And one G, as everyone knows, the small g is the acceleration due to gravity. It is the variable due to the change of place. But no change in the value of capital G. It is the universal constant. Those value, it is always constant at everywhere, just like all the numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, it is the universal constant. So the capital G, everyone knows, capital G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. And find out the unit also here. Newton meter square by kg square. Newton meter square per kg square. It is the unit of capital G, F into r square. That is Newton into meter square by kg square. And now see the relation between the both forces. The electrostatic force have a two nature. The electrostatic force have a two nature. It is depend on the nature of charge. If both charge have a positively, charge both have a positive in nature, then the force which is acting between the charge particle is repulsive force. Repulsive. If both are the negatively charged particle is given to you, so in this case also the repulsive force, in both cases the repulsive force. But one charge positive and another is negative, it is the attraction force. Attraction force means the distance between the two charges reduces due to the attraction. One is positive and another is negative. But what is the nature of the gravitational force? The gravitational force is only attraction. What is the difference between the attraction and repulsion and attraction? Suppose that anywhere in the competition it is given, or anyone asks to you, the gravitational force is attraction, if the sentence is given, and electrostatic force is the attraction and repulsion both. What is the meaning of this sentence? How can I explain it? That is clear. Electrostatic force have a two nature, that is attraction and repulsion. That is clear. The charge have two types. And the gravitational force have a only attraction. That is clear. The mass is have a only positive nature. आपको पता है मास नेगेटिव होता है क्या? नहीं. -2 kg, -2 kg पोटैटो आपको दे दिया, या कोई घर से बोल दिया -2 kg पोटैटो खरीद के लाना है, पॉसिबल है? नहीं. मास इज नेवर बी नेगेटिव, बट positive, negative due to the charge, attraction and nature it is given. The charge have two types and the mass have only one types, it is only attraction. And now see the nature, the gravitational and electrostatic force. What is the ratio between the force? Suppose that the force which is applied on the second particle by the first is F12. Force on, we can write here the force on second F21, force on second due to first, and force on first due to second. And now see what is the difference between the F21 and F12 in the vector form. You see the direction is just opposite to each other. That is F21 is not equal to F12. F21 is not equal to F12. That means both are in the opposite direction, both are the repulsive force, but F12 equal to minus of F21. In the vector form both are equal. Everyone knows if you have to put the negative sign before the any vector quantity, then vector quantity is rotated by the 180 degree, then direction should be changed by 180 degree. But in the magnitude, what is the relation in the magnitude between the two forces? If you take the magnitude of the both force F12, mod of F12 equal to mod of F21, both are equal. So in the competition, what is the ratio between the force F12 and F21 in magnitude? It is F12 in mod ratio F21 equal to 1:1. It is independent of the magnitude of the charge. The force which is applied on the second charge particle and the force which is applied on the first charge particle, both are equal in magnitude. It is independent of the magnitude of the individual charge, because force is directly proportional to the product of their charges. In the same procedure you see here, the force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. So the force which is applied by the second particle on the first, or force on the first particle due to the second, both are in the same ratio. It is independent of the mass in magnitude. Suppose that one body of 2 kg, another body of 3 kg. So please find out the ratio between the force which is applied by the first particle and second particle and the first. It is always 1:1. So children, everyone remember, in the case of electrostatic force, in the case of gravitational force, the ratio between the force which is applied by the first particle to second and second particle to the first, it is always a ratio 1:1. It is independent of the magnitude of their charges or their masses. Yes children, now it is clear. And now see the next contents we discuss here. Another relation between the electrostatic force and the gravitational force. If force is, distance will be reduced half. What is the effect? If the force distance is reduced half, that is r/2, then force becomes 4 times, because it is the inversely proportional. Okay. And now you see here the 4 pi epsilon naught. What is the value of 4 pi epsilon 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught? It is the constant value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Everyone knows 9 into 10 to the power 9, and unit is Newton meter square per coulomb square. It is the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, where the epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space of the medium. Yes children? And now see the next contents of this topic. F is directly proportional to the Q1, Q2. F is directly proportional to the M1, M2. We discuss about the force between the two charges. Suppose that one body A is given to you, another body B is given to you. Initial charge at the first body is given to you 4 microcoulomb, and charge on the second particle, it is given the 6 microcoulomb. And the force which is acting between the two charged particle, which is situated at r distance from each other. So the force, it is given in the question, suppose that 100 Newton. So F equal to 1 upon, everyone knows 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 into 6 into 10 to the power minus 12. Everyone knows 1 microcoulomb 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb by r square. It is the equation first. And now we consider here, the both particle is now joined with the wire. Joined with the wire. What is the effect? If both are joined together, then charge should be added. Now the total charge is Q1 plus Q2. Q1 plus Q2. That is 4 plus 6. It is 10 माइक्रोकूलम. ओके, इनको वायर से कनेक्ट करेंगे, दोनों का चार्ज जुड़ जाएगा. लेकिन जब इनको अलग करेंगे, सेपरेट करेंगे, देन चार्ज विल बी इक्वली डिवाइड इन द बोथ स्फेरिकल कंडक्टर, बोथ चार्ज पार्टिकल्स. ओके, नाउ द चार्ज इज द फाइनल चार्ज आफ्टर redistribution. The charge becomes 10, half of 10 by 2. It is the 5 microcoulomb. It is the Q1 dash. And what is the charge on B? Q2 dash. The same charge 5 microcoulomb. It is the concept. And now how can find the force in this case? F dash equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is the equation here. 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge is 5 into 5 into 10 power minus 12 by the same distance r square. It is the equation second. And now divide the both equation F and F dash. So F by F dash equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught is cancel, r square is cancel. And when you divide, and now put the value here, the 4 into 6 and 10 power minus 12 is cancelled by 25, and 4 into 6 24 by 25. Okay, and now f is given in this question. F is 100 upon f dash equal to 24 by 25. Okay, and now find out the value of f dash. F dash equal to 100 into 25 by 24. Then you find the, after calculation you find out the force. Yes children, now it is clear. So we have to discuss the different topics in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. और अगले वीडियो में हम फिर कुछ खास आपके लिए लेकर आएंगे जो कि कंपटीशन से रिलेटेड होगा. थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू. हैव अ नाइस डे.